تتمتع بجمال طبيعة خلاب يسحر كل من رآه، وتعد من أجمل الوجهات السياحية في أفريقيا، بها العديد من البحيرات والجزر والمحميات والغابات والحدائق التي تحتوي على أندر النباتات وأجملها. إنها جمهورية تنزانيا الاتحادية التي أصبحت بهذا الاسم عام 1964 بعد دمج الاسمين تنجانيقا وزنجبار. هي من أقدم البلدان الأفريقية، وتوصف بأنها أرض الماء والنار، بها أعلى قمة في قارة أفريقيا جبل كليمنجارو، وأطول بحيرة عذبة في العالم بحيرة تنجانيقا، وأكبر المحميات المفتوحة التي تعيش فيها ملايين الحيوانات.
My name is Ali Jabir Mwadini. I'm the ambassador of Tanzania to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I've been here since December 2019. Generally, people look at Saudi Arabia as, they think Saudi Arabia is a conservative society. Somehow I had that feeling, but to a greater extent, I knew a lot about Saudi Arabia because I had been reading, and because I was based in Dubai, then it was not very difficult for me to hear from Saudi Arabia. But as a Muslim also, I know Saudi Arabia is the center for Islam, so it was not very strange in my mind. I'm here in the kingdom with my family. I have many friends in Saudi Arabia. I have served in 3 other countries before, but I can tell you, I have more friends in the kingdom than any other place. We love the nature so much, and there's so much to explore in Saudi Arabia, even in Riyadh and the suburbs of Riyadh. We normally go to the parks. There are a number of parks here. And sometimes we visit the Raya, which is a very beautiful historical site. I went there maybe a week ago. I've been to many places, many, and each region is different. I've been to Hail, I've been to Dammam a few times. I've been to Al-Khobar, I've been to Medina many times. Of course, I've been to Makkah many times, and Jeddah. So I've been to a number of places in the kingdom, and each place is different from the other. In Saudi Arabia, arts, nature, folklore, social activities are endless. About food in Saudi Arabia, people might think of the Saudi food, but Saudi food is now becoming blended with other regions, and maybe not only now, from the history. You can have a number of international cuisines in Saudi Arabia, almost anywhere. So these are things. And also, the history has been very well preserved. I mentioned before that I've been to places like Qasim, but when you see the art of conservation of the history, the items you can find in the museums, this is very much amazing. And some of them are so much close to our own culture back in East Africa. I have attended a number of cultural events. For most of the major gatherings here, there will be a cultural activity, especially, for example, last time we had a meeting on tourism, and we had a very beautiful cultural event in Taraya. So I have attended such events, and really I have enjoyed them every time. Currently, here in Saudi Arabia, we have around 2,500 Tanzanians, and they are in all walks of life. Some of them are working in hospitals and medical fields. Some of them are working in mining, because Tanzania has got good experience in mining. We have many people working as salesmen. We have many Tanzanians also working as heavy equipment operators. In IT also we have many Tanzanians working in those fields. And even we have some teachers here. And their number will be increasing from now and then, because we are about to sign an agreement that will see cooperation in labor matters between the two countries.
ترتبط المملكة العربية السعودية مع تنزانيا بعلاقات دبلوماسية، وأيضا هذه العلاقات الدبلوماسية توجت بزيارة عدد من المسؤولين في البلدين، ونتج عنها الكثير من التعاون الاقتصادي والتعاون أيضا في عدد من المجالات. البنك أو صندوق التنمية السعودي دعم عدد من المشروعات في تنزانيا، منها مشروع المطار، مشروعات زراعية، مشروعات البنى التحتية، عدد من مشروعات الطرق. وقبل عام تقريبا كانت الخطوط السعودية افتتحت أحد خطوطها إلى تنزانيا. هناك علاقة مهمة جدا ترتبط بين السعودية وتنزانيا، سواء في المجال الاقتصادي وفي المجال السياحي. السعودية بالمناسبة خلال الفترة الماضية أنشأت عددا من المحميات، ولديها اهتمام خاصة بالبيئة والطبيعة. السعوديون موعودون باستكشاف منطقة جديدة سياحية فيها الكثير من الطبيعة والاسترخاء ورحلات السفاري وغيرها. أيضا السعودية دائما ما تدعم تنزانيا في كثير من البرامج الاقتصادية، وهناك أيضا فرص تجارية يسعى الفريقان لتنميتها فيما بين الغرف التجارية في تنزانيا وفي السعودية.
The diplomatic relations between Tanzania and Saudi Arabia are excellent. This is my view. And we have seen it growing since Tanzania established its embassy in 1983. A lot has been achieved, and we have a number of agreements we have signed to work together in areas of culture, sport, youth, commerce and business industry. And we are also, now we have many agreements which we have agreed to sign from both sides in many other sectors. And we have seen visits from Saudi Arabia to Tanzania by top leaders of this country. The foreign minister of Saudi Arabia visited Tanzania. The minister of agriculture, Dr. Engineer Al-Fadhili, also visited Tanzania and had a very good meeting. But we also had visitors from Tanzania. The former foreign minister came to Saudi Arabia, accompanied by the minister for tourism, as well as the minister for livestock and fisheries. Yeah, we have had the minister for energy visiting Saudi Arabia, minister for environment, minister for minerals. So we have many visits between the two countries. So we can see our relations are growing. Saudi Arabia invests around almost $60 million in Tanzania, and we see the eagerness to invest more in many areas, in agriculture, in real estate, in construction, and such matters. And now we see SALIC is looking into possibilities also to invest in Tanzania in open fields. There are individual investors also looking for opportunities again in agriculture, in livestock, in construction. Our economies have a lot of complementarity. We have the opportunity also to strengthen food security in Saudi Arabia. The major areas we collaborate through the Saudi Fund for Development. Yes, with this fund, we work on many projects in Tanzania. like road constructions, hospitals, education facilities, water facilities, even power, and it has been supporting Tanzania so much. Around 800 people will visit Tanzania weekly from Saudi Arabia. And what are the main reason? Most of these, those who reside in Saudi Arabia and who go to Tanzania, they go for tourism, because Tanzania has got so many attractions. And in Tanzania mainland, the mountain Kilimanjaro, the many national parks we have, the valley, and the Saudis like this. They like the nature, the waterfalls, the rivers. And also we have Zanzibar, which is very unique with its beautiful beaches and with its history and the people. We can offer to Saudis places to establish their own hunting camps. We call it hunting block. We can offer up to, for example, 1,500 square kilometers, the size of Dubai. We can offer places to build beautiful hotels in the national parks, but others go to look for opportunities for investment in the mining sector. We are one of the leading countries in Africa for mining opportunities, gold, diamond, copper, and so on. But of course, many also from Tanzania come here for Umrah and Hajj. One of the main reasons why the embassies exist is to strengthen relationships between countries and between people, and this is what we have been doing. When I started this station, when I was posted here, my main objective was to see to it that we have direct flight from Tanzania, from Saudi Arabia to Tanzania. And alhamdulillah, this year in March, Saudi Arabia Airlines introduced their flights to Tanzania, and they have 4 flights a week. So this is a big step in strengthening the relations between the countries and the people, but also to boost economic relations. We are also connecting the businesses. This is one of our main role here. Businesses between the two sides. We have been leading delegations to Tanzania and also bring delegations from Tanzania to Saudi Arabia to meet with their counterparts, and this is continuous.
الحكومة التنزانية حرصت على جذب المستثمرين من كل مكان، خصوصا أنها راجعت الكثير من القواعد والقوانين المنظمة لعملية جذب رؤوس الأموال، خصوصا وهي تتمتع بمزايا مهمة جدا من الزراعة إلى التعدين إلى غيرها. الصناعات الكيماوية من الصناعات الواعدة والمهمة جدا، وهي أيضا فرصة مهمة للشركات السعودية، لسابك السعودية لديها فرصة لأن تقوم بهناك بعدد من الصناعات في المجالات الكيماوية أو البتروكيماوية وغيرها، خصوصا أن هذه بلد زراعي فتحتاج الكثير من الأسمدة. أيضا بيع وإعادة بيع السلع سواء الجديدة أو المستعمل هي تعتبر مركز مهم في شرق أفريقيا لبيع مثل هذه السلع، تحظى بقبول مهم جدا. أنا أعتقد أن الفرص القادمة ستكون مهمة جدا، خصوصا وهي الآن تكون مع عدد من دول شرق أفريقيا عددا من الروابط الاقتصادية أو الدولية لإيجاد رابطة مهمة جدا وتجمع أو تكتل اقتصادي في شرق أفريقيا. من المهم في هذه المرحلة المبادرة لارتباطات اقتصادية بين البلدين، بين التجار السعوديين وبين نظرائهم في تنزانيا. أيضا في مجالات أخرى مهمة جدا، مجال السياحة مهم جدا، وهو أحد المجالات الجاذبة. بلد آمن، بلد لديه مهم جدا وطبيعة خلابة، إضافة إلى وجود مناطق زراعية ومناطق أيضا مائية مفتوحة مهمة جدا تجذب السائح في كل مكان، تمتاز أيضا بنوع من الأجواء الجميلة التي تهم السائح هنا وهناك.
Before coming here, I was hearing about Saudi Vision 2030, and when I come here, I see it with my own eyes, how it is operating. First of all, it's a very wonderful masterpiece for the development of this country and its transformation. And we see it is going to be achieved probably before its deadline. This is, by all indicators, this is what it seems. We have seen things like the improvement of or reduction of unemployment, for example. Particularly, women empowerment has been so wonderfully accomplished through the vision. We see huge strides in every sector. Talk about the development of infrastructure and so importantly, the work attitude by the Saudis. I mean, Saudis of today are different from the few years back, and this is thanks to the vision, but also opening up the country. We have seen a boom in tourism. This year only, I think the first quarter of this year has seen more than 1.5 million tourists visit Saudi Arabia. And I'm not talking until now, this is only January to April. And this is positive to the economy. If you count hotel units which have been developed between the time I came here and now, it's a big number. I don't have the data, but it's about thousands of units. And all these go into the economy. And you can agree with me that these few years have experienced slowdown of the global economy, but it's not the case for Saudi Arabia. When I came here, the GDP of Saudi Arabia was around $725 billion. Now we are talking about $1 trillion plus. This does not happen from the air. It is because of the strong and very determined leadership of the kingdom, particularly the Crown Prince, who is putting things straight. One of the areas the vision looks to strengthen is to strengthen the links between Saudi Arabia and the world, and particularly with Africa. So, and we have seen also there's encouragement of Saudi enterprise, Saudi public companies or private companies to invest abroad. And there is also the decision by the authorities here in Saudi Arabia to apportion certain amount of funding for development of projects in other places in the world, particularly in Africa. So here is where we meet. Tanzania can offer lucrative areas for investment for the major funds, like the Public Investment Fund, the port development through the Red Sea Gate, and many more. The biggest companies here in Saudi Arabia, Salik, Aramco. You know, Tanzania is a gateway in East Africa to reach a number of countries. We see Saudi Arabia of the future as a very well developed, aligned, and very well connected to the rest of the world, taking a bigger role in international fora, supporting progress in the region, supporting peace and security, but also being a model of development.
من المشاريع الواعدة لرجال الأعمال السعوديين الفرص الاستثمارية في مجال الزراعة، خصوصا أن تنزانيا ليست بالبلد البعيد عن المملكة العربية السعودية، وبالتالي هناك فرص تجارية مهمة جدا في مجال الزراعة، أراضي خصبة وتوفر في المياه وتوفر في الأيدي العاملة واستقرار سياسي. كل هذه هي أفضل المقومات اللي يبحث عنها المستثمر في كل مكان. والمستثمر السعودي أيضا لديه رغبة في استكشاف مناطق جديدة، لديها تنظيمات وتشريعات مهمة جدا، وخصوصا أن تنزانيا الآن تعمل على عدد من التشريعات المهمة التي تسهل جذب الاستثمار الأجنبي، وهي ترحب كثيرا بالمستثمر السعودي، لديه ملاءة مالية ولديه مصداقية في التعامل، وأيضا رغبة لدى الجميع سواء في السعودية وفي تنزانيا على مستوى القيادة وعلى مستوى الشعب لتعزيز التكامل الاقتصادي والعلاقات فيما بين البلدين.
people back home, I would like to tell them, seeing is believing. Come to Saudi Arabia, you will see a lot. And you learn more by visiting a place even than by staying in a classroom. There are opportunities here. You cannot know them by just staying back home. You need to visit the kingdom. And for the Saudis as well, the opportunities in Tanzania are countless, so many. And the embassy and the government of Tanzania will give full support. Our president, Madam Samia Suluhu Hassan, is a pro-investment, pro-cooperation, pro-business. She personally, the Minister of Investment is under her office. So she will give full support to investment from Saudi Arabia. And the doors are open anytime.